Hello everybody, this is an update of the crypto market. I've just received here an alarm for Ethereum. So this has flashed an entry signal for an S1 pattern in Ethereum of the daily chart. As you might remember, we have an S2 futures S2 long signal here on the monthly chart. So what we have here is a pattern, a daily pattern within an overall monthly pattern. So what we can actually look for here is a big stop and move. To cut through, to go towards, this is a magnet level, the 10,000, to get pushed, to get pulled to the level and then pushed through. So we might get a nice big bullish bar here, and this offers then a very tight entry signal. Well, the downside is I would have liked a deeper pullback here, but it is nicely testing anyway the last high. We've got a triple high here, and it's nicely testing that. Well, let's see how far that goes, this signal. Well, let's have a look at Bitcoin now. Well, I'm a bit more positive on this Ethereum signal because Bitcoin has already generated an entry signal earlier, right? Back here in September, 10th of September. Then it dropped back again below the line, and we had another entry signal here. So we see bullishness on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and that basically has an impact because Bitcoin dominates the crypto market with a 50% market cap. And that's when Bitcoin is doing well, Ethereum has a good chance to do well as well because they're tied together, they're correlated. Here we've got a nice pull into the band. Here we had another S1 pattern, we've got another S1 pattern. Well, both patterns come above the very big important psychological number 100K. That is very bullish, and the probabilities increase, like the more patterns we have, because it shows bullishness, the more probable it will actually pull away from the 100K. Right? There's always the risk that it comes back and tests the level from above. Well, we tested it already here, but with two bullish patterns in a row, one slightly after the other. Well, that is double pressure, and we're still looking for this big move, right? The big move into the 180K 1,000 level, and maybe even into the 500K level. Now, Bitcoin can be traded on the blockchain, or you can actually trade the Bitcoin spot ETF. Same for Ethereum; they're available in the US. Or as an alternative, you can as well trade the stock MicroStrategy, because they are heavily invested. I mean, their balance sheet, the active side of their balance sheet, well, it's basically Bitcoin. So they don't have a lot of operating business. Well, their business is investing in Bitcoin. And we can see, there's a correlation with it. I haven't calculated it. It might be 70% to Bitcoin. But what we have with this stock is that it's basically a leverage over Bitcoin of 3 to 1. So this is another alternative. It can be easily executed with your standard stock portfolio. We had an S1 here. We're about to have another S1 here where it needs to re-break, right? This is the official entry signal, and we've got a small flat line. I mean, because we already got the entry signal on Bitcoin, or it would even be possible to take a small position in this stock and hope basically for it to re-break the line, so it's front running the signal, or you can a small position here and then put another position on when it re-breaks the line. Here as well we've got bullish pressure, right? We've got two patterns, and that can go quite high. Well, let's see. This is let's see how high it could go. If this is the measured move, and we apply it basically here, well, we can go to 2,000. The 2,000 level from 300 to 2,000. Well, that's quite an increase. So let's see how things develop here with the crypto markets.